Right, I'm going to show you about these little pots of beautifulness because I've raved about them, so now I think it's time to show you. This is a pigment, and these are £10 each, so they're a bargain, particularly for what you get from them. They come in these gorgeous little pots with a little shaker, and what the idea is to do is to get what you need in the lid, like so, to use. Now these can be used wet or dry, and this is our liner brush. One side has got a nice thin brush for you to do the lining, like paper, wallpapering, and this side has got the brush for powdering. So as you can see, I've got my makeup clipped my fringe back so you can see nice and easy. So this is the loose powder now I'm going to show you, and this one I use to highlight places. So this is Sexy, I believe it's called, and it's a nice light glistening. So as you can see, there is a slight glisten to it, but not too much, and it just lightens those areas prepping for. It's really difficult, so you have to excuse my clumsiness, but it's for highlighting those areas. I've also been advised doing a pop on the end of your nose and a pop on the end of your chin of this Sexy. This is, and a little bit up here, just adds an extra glimmer to your face, apparently. So I'm going to do that now to show you. So that's one thing. You can use this Sexy for highlighting, and you can use it as you can with any other one for dusting, for powdering. So the next thing I'm going to show you, this colour is called Confident, and this is like a bronzy colour. As you can see here, I've got some in the lid there. So now what I'm going to show you is using it wet. So we can either, well, I'll show you dry. So on this eye, one eye, I'll do it dry. I'll have to do it up here, I'm afraid, because obviously without glasses, actually no, it's probably better in there than up there. Without glasses, oh my goodness, without glasses it's quite difficult to do in a normal mirror. Now I've done that far too much, but you can see that's just a dusting like any other eyeshadow. You can rub it in and not much has dropped down there, you'll notice, because that's one thing people say to me is I don't really use eyeshadow because it all ends up all over my face. Just to prove to you that this is pretty good. So just a straight eyeshadow there. Now if I wet that sponge, so I'm just dipping it in my water a bit that's down here without trying to bend down, that's now wet. I'm going to make that into a little paste in there. It's difficult to show you, but it makes it into a kind of paste, and it makes a more solid colour. So watch it. So this is now wet, and so you can see, can you see the difference? Of course you can. How could you not? So if you're more into your eyeshadows, doing different colours, there's the difference. Wet, dry. Aren't they fabulous? So you can do either. Another thing you can do with them, show you to another colour. Nope, that's not the one I want. Sorry, this is really hard because I can't actually see beyond this camera. This is Corrupted, and this is basically black. So another thing you can do, now this is going to be a trial to see whether I can do this on camera. Again, I'm wetting, this time I'm going to use the liner side, and I'm wetting it and making a paste, like I did it last time, in that little pot with black. So I'm just going to take my eye, and as I would use an eyeliner, run it with the over at the top of my eye, like so. Now this liner brush at the moment is in the Kudos deal this month, only available for next week. And there you go, see? So you can see that's a really lovely eyeliner, and I quite like my eyeliners, but that one's pretty good. And another thing you can use it for, again I'm going to use another colour to show you, Vaseline, okay? Plain old pot of Vaseline. Rub some on my lips. Gosh, I'm looking a bit drag queen-esque now, aren't I? This colour is Heartbroken. And all I'm going to do, get a little bit on my finger. And it makes a lipstick. You can also add it to clear nail varnish. You can make it when it's wet, put it in your hair. You wouldn't see it in mine, obviously, because my hair's quite dark, but you can use it to colour your hair, you can use it lips, you can use it for your cheeks if you want. It's literally a natural mineral powder. So you can use it to colour most things. I know people use it to colour lip glosses and to colour stuff like that and sell them. That is our little pot of pigment. Eyeliner, eyeshadow, wet eyeshadow for that stronger colour. Lips, cheeks, highlighting, you name it. For £10, this is a blinding little pot.